All right, it's so I'm live on YouTube, and so I'm gonna look and see if I can find it on, but I can't find it on. I don't know how to find it on the other deal.
Go to your page.
Yeah, the one that's just Larry O'Neill.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on it. That's the way I always do it.
And
Just now,
click on your.
turn your videos into live stream with Restream. What is that?
Yeah, that's the service that we use to push it to YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Okay, so now I can share it
So you
to
can share that, and that'll go everywhere. Yeah.
to memories, live videos, and where else do I share it to? It's already on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's in its own memories,
It's on your personal page.
but I just shared it to
Okay.
memories.
Oh, let me go look. I can see if I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
And all of the logos and such will show up too.
all of the what?
All the logos and sponsors,
Good. Okay,
they'll show up
so
everywhere.
so I'm trying to see if anybody is joined. Where will they see it? They'll see it on how they normally do.
Yeah, they'll see it.
Okay,
exactly
so
like they
it's-
always do.
It says there's 3 people that can see it. Now it's
Yeah.
2 people. Okay, boys and girls, we're trying. Scott has come up with another fantastic deal.
girls, we're trying.
Scott has come up with another fantastic
boys
deal.
and girls, we're trying.
Let's see. What's all that feedback? Do I need to turn my sound off?
Turn it off on the iPad, yeah.
Okay. So
And
can
it's probably getting some from me too, because I've got it filled up on the phone.
okay. So I can't tell if anybody's still on here or what. If you're on here, we're doing something new, so I'm trying to morning show live. Okay, it says there's, so I can't just blow the screen up because then I don't get to see the in fact I can't see the comments. It says 2 comments, but I can't, when I click on them,
Yeah,
don't-
click on it right where it says 2 comments.
wait a minute, I can't get back to where I was. How do I get back to where it's smaller or something? Okay, there's that. Okay, comment over here. James is in, Brittany's in. Okay, I can see it. Okay, I can
Yeah,
see
there you
it
go.
now. How do I get rid of that thing? Okay. So I'm going to say good morning, everyone. Okay, this is something new for and I'm doing
I got the comment.
you what?
I can see your comment.
Okay. So also I can start off so now the Facebook people can see the sponsors.
Yep.
Okay, so there's Casey Crawl. Everybody is our local Medicare, Medicaid insurance folks. They can set you straight on everything you need to do. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go away from you on the. I still got you on the phone, but that's the way I normally do it. I look at everything through my uh, phone here. Yeah, okay. 3 comments, 2 shares, 28 views. Okay, so Casey Crawl is our Medicare and Medicaid sponsor. We can probably take the stuff that has to do with the giveaway off.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a chance.
I'll put that out this afternoon.
Okay, so Clay Winstead Paint and Body. Techstar Pools. You need a swimming pool built or remodeled, or the area around it with the rock and stuff, or barbecue pit, they do all of that. Jerry Schwartz and Hanson Architects. Rex Benson's Sports Bar, that's gonna be opening fairly soon, I think. I'm gonna message Rex today and find out when the opening day is. Raines Plumbing is a family-owned plumbing business. You need a plumber, call Raines. Charlie Guerin with Railhead Barbecue. Yeah, this works out good. Let's see how this works. Okay, so moving right along, Passport Getaways is our travel agency people. If you need to take a cruise, or you want to take a cruise, or just go somewhere on vacation, they can do your hotel, rooms, airfare, the whole deal. The Optimist Club of Fort Worth, they've still got a few trees on their lot. I saw it this morning. So they always give us a free tree, and it's beautiful. Ginger decorated, and it is fantastic looking. Old South Pancake House is another Rex Benson owned company. So when you pull into the Old South on University, the other business that used to be Macaroni Grill is now Rex's Bar and Grill. And he's trying desperately to get open. Working with zoning and planning and all of that is like pulling teeth. Sandy's in. There's Jenny Stewart. She is our State Farm insurance sponsor. David Hart is Hart Painting. That's another family-owned business. Cross Electric, another family-owned business right here in Fort Worth. If you need an electrician, they are the people you need to call on. Sandy's in. Let me see who all's in here. Emily is in. April is in. So now I can show you our sponsors on the memories pages. Fort Worth Lumber, they have been sponsors on our group and giveaway for years and years. Express Dent, that's Dick Regester. What is OBS not responding? You got rid of that? Eric is the operating partner. Dick Regester lives down in Florida now. There's Dickie Carr Sand and Gravel. Says the White House is staying quiet on mysterious drones. I don't understand that. They owe the public some explanation. I'm now in agreement with a lot of people. This is a government deal that we're doing. They just don't want to tell us about it. There's Richard Carr's nephew, Dickie Carr. So if you need a Tree service, that's folks to use right there. Steve Colburn with Colburn's Catering. If you've got a party or an event or whatever, Steve can fix you up. Bert Ladner Real Estate. Wes Williams is associated with that group. We also have Eric Walsh. I'll have his card and stuff for his spot on the page today. There's Dub Peacock, A Bird AC, and Heating Incorporated. So we need to talk, I guess, about the event. I think it went off real good. We ran out of stuff. We're gonna the 2019 or the 2020 giveaway, we did it a little different, and I think I'm gonna go back to that. We pre-printed, when we knew how many bikes we had, we printed a ticket that you got. Yeah, all of the Silver Sisters that helped. So we printed a ticket, and then the order takers, the front people, whatever we call them, I hate to call them order takers, they walk down the line and give you a ticket, and we can even get, well, they just give you a ticket. So when you come up to get your bike, you'll hand the person there your ticket, and then they'll fill your order. So I think that is we're gonna go back to that. That worked better. I don't know all the particulars, but I'll get it worked out. There was some people that were there that did not get bikes. I'm sorry about that. They were told there was one bike per vehicle. Then some of our volunteers started putting 2 bikes in, and so we've got to do a better job of that. But still, there has to be a rule that is followed. If I'm telling volunteers to say there's 1 bike per vehicle, and tell all of the people that watch me through the year, and then they come up there and they're waiting in line, and they see 2 bikes go in the car, and then they get up there and they say, we're out of bikes. Well, that's not good either. So we're still in a learning process on this. We had more bikes than we've ever had, and we had more people than we've ever had. So next year's event is there's gonna be more of a control on it, and we're all gonna live by the same deal. If there's 1 bike per car, that's what everybody's gonna go with. 1 bike per car. We can't say 1 bike per car and put 3 in a car or 3 in a truck. I understand there's different situations with families that there's a lot of people that are hurting, so, but still we have to stay steadfast by a certain rule and live with it, because it's not fair to somebody that's been sitting over there for 3 hours or 2 hours or even 30 minutes, and they're told they're only going to get 1 bike, and they pull up there and they've got 3 kids in the car, and they see 2 cars up that they're getting 2 bikes, and then they get there and it's only 1 bike per vehicle. So that will change. There's always, on an event that's at massive, that much inventory, there's going to be some issues, and we're going to try to correct them. But I'm telling you right now that I'll be on top of this, and when we have our first meeting I'll bring this up. But we're going to stick to one rule. Now, I also had volunteers that said, "Why are these people driving these new cars? How do we know those are?" Well, let me tell you something. I've never asked anybody to prove your income or whatever, and that's always going to be that way as long as I'm running the show. So somebody has a nice car, they're making payments. I mean, it doesn't matter. We've done this the same way for 38 years, and that's the way it's going to be. If you want to get into all of the fill out a W-2 or give us all your information, well, that's the same thing. Well, why didn't I qualify? My friend lives, her rent's lower than my, I mean, we're not getting into that. I don't care. If you get in line and you can afford a bike, well then you'll have to deal with that at a later time with the person when you meet your maker. So, but that situation will be brought up. I've already been thinking about it all day yesterday. We need to, 2019 we went to the ticket system and it worked perfect. It worked perfect. The only thing that it will do, if some of the members or volunteers are trying to go home early, they're stuffing 3 bikes in a truck, well, that's not going to work. We just have to have more volunteers. Just because you want to go home and don't sit up there all day and wait on these people, that's not my problem. We're going to give away a bike for every vehicle, or we're going to announce we've got 1,000 bikes, we're going to service 500 cars, so each car gets 2 bikes, but you're going to get a ticket. We've done it every kind of way. The people that are on the board now, I was doing it 30 years before they were involved in this. So we've tried it every way, and I can assure you the best way that's ever been done is we give a ticket. We know how many bikes there are. We have to have a cutoff point a week before the event or 3 days before the event. Have a printer, somebody that can print them up, or already have them printed, a few of them, 500 of them or so, and then tell them, here's how many we need, 752 tickets. Then our front people will just walk down the aisles and say, here's your ticket for your bike. When you get up there, you tell the people you want a boys or girls and age 8 or age 13 or whatever. So that will work better, I can assure you. Now, the problems you have is when the line breaks. Like Saturday, we started off with 4 lines. I'm not sure that we need 4 lines. I'm going to say we need 3 lines maybe to start, and then shrink it down to 2. But if you had our front people, order takers, whatever their classification is, if they're handing a ticket to every vehicle, then the person in that vehicle also knows we're only going to get 1 bike. That will cut down the confusion, and there won't be any instances where, Larry, they have no money, no home, no nothing. I'm sorry, it's 1 bike per vehicle. The reason I say that, if you look at the comments on some of the posts about our giveaway, there's a gentleman on there that had 4 kids in the car. He was told there was only 1 bike per vehicle, and I really don't know how this happened because there was such a break in the line. But anyway, he saw cars or trucks loaded with 2 or 3 bikes. When he got there wasn't any bikes. So that does not need to be repeated. If we run the line with the tickets, then the people that are coming, we just have somebody down there at the front gate, we're out of bikes. So that's what we're going to do the 39th giveaway. Kyle was around when we did that. Colin was around when we did that. Some other board members, Wes Williams was on board when we did that. The reason that happened is because, and in fact it wasn't 2019, it was 2020. In the 2019 giveaway, it was held right here at my museum and office. They had to come in this U and go around. Well, the line stretched all the way down University to 7th Street. So the shopping center in front of me that we always want to be accommodating to all of our community, they couldn't open their stores until 11 or 12 that day, the Saturday before Christmas. So he was the guy that runs that shopping center. He was the one that came up with that idea. So the next year, which was 2020, the COVID year, I think we gave away 652. I've got it written down. And it worked perfect. He walked the line himself. He said, we're going to eliminate this problem. And so when it got down to the 652nd car, then we stationed a person there. Well, in fact, we had a golf cart with a sign that said all bikes have been given away. And it worked fine. So that's what we're going to go back to. But what we need to make sure, we need to talk to our volunteers. You can't go up there, oh, that's my second cousin's nephew, they need 2 bikes. That's not going to work. If that happens in the future, the volunteer will be removed from the group, the giveaway. And I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Because like I've said all along, if you do it 1 bike per vehicle, that's all we can do. We service more families. So I was telling people 1 bike per vehicle, and there was other people in our group saying put 2 in there. No, if you don't want to stay for the giveaway, then that's fine. We'll just have more volunteers. But we have some people that are naturally upset because of that situation. I see Colin's on here right now. Robert's in, Sandy's in. So anyway, but we will work that out on our end. But besides that, like I say, when you do a giveaway that's that massive, that much stuff, tens of thousands of donations, you're going to have some issues. It's kind of like that 7th Street bar area. I'm always hearing that, oh, they got another shooting, another this, another that. When you've got 20 bars in a 3-block area and everybody's drinking, you're going to have problems. You just have to face it. You're never going to get it to where it's 0. But we learn from our mistakes. I should have pre-thought about that, but like I say, it's water under the bridge now. We've given away all the bikes. So all I can say is I'm sorry. We've given away 19,650 bikes in 38 years. People say, how do you know exactly how many bikes you did? Because I had 3 people counting bikes before the event started. They had clickers. We counted every bike. It was 1,120. It was actually 1,121. We had a bike in a box. So I stay real close to the exact numbers on everything. So to date, we've given away 19,650 bikes. Almost 20,000 bikes. And I think we figured it up at $60 a bike, which nowadays is too low, but back in the day it's too high, and it comes up to over $1 million. The way I figure it out. I don't know if that's right. Y'all figure it out. 19,650 times $60. See what you come up with. Martin is in. So anyway, for the folks that didn't get a bike, I apologize. We can only do, I always try to tell everybody, while supplies last. I know that there's way more than 1,120 families that needed a bike. All we can do at Larry's Kids is try to give as many as we can. we're going to have a whole year to start hustling. We've got the nonprofit set up. We've got some companies that are going to be making donations throughout the year, and we'll buy bikes earlier, find a place to store them, and go from there. Or make a deal with Academy and tell them, hey, we'll buy 700 bikes, which is what we bought 750 from Academy on Cherry Lane, and can y'all house them for us, and we'll pay you $3 more a bike or something until we need them for the event. Greg and Don are in. So again, I want to apologize for anybody that came to get a bike and they had to wait in line and they didn't get anything. So also, when we do that ticket system, then we go back and we say, hey, this is all the inventory. We don't have anything else, and put signs up there, and that way people will say, well, there's no sense standing in line because there isn't anything. Even after we had finished, and probably 10 or 15 of us were sitting around there and talking, there's still 30 or 40 cars pulled up there. When you come to what is now Larry's Kids, when you come to one of my giveaways, it starts early. I would have rather started, we started at 6:40. I would have rather started at 6 a.m. I know that's a hardship on some people, but volunteers have been there all night, and so it just works better. This year, the 39th giveaway coming up in 2025 will be run different. We'll do the ticket system and go from there, because that's the only way we can do it and be fair to everybody. Hey, we've got 1,300 bikes, that's how many we're going to give away, so we need 1,300 vehicles. And if some of the volunteers or whoever says, Larry, we'll be there all day, well, we're just going to be there all day. We'll have shifts. One group of volunteers come in and work the morning shift, and then if we're still giving stuff away, then some more will come in. We're going to get it down to a fine art. So again, I apologize for any confusion. Okay, so I want to again do our Scott Works Miracles. And before I go on, Scott, you live streamed the event yesterday on YouTube, Saturday? Hello?
Yeah.
Is it on any Facebook groups, or is it just on YouTube?
It is on the Fort Worth Memories group.
Okay. And then Rick Irving, he shared 200, 300 photos. So all volunteers, you'll be in one of those photos. Let's do now that we've had this new ability to do our sponsors, and we don't have a card yet from Eric Walsh, but he's coming over today and we'll get him added. Okay, so for our heat and air, that's Dub Peacock's company, A-Bird, air conditioning and heating. So winter's coming up, you need to get your unit checked. Burt Ladner Real Estate, Wes Williams is connected with that group. Steve Coburn with Coburn's Catering, they cater any event, party, whatever you got. Dickie Carr is Richard Carr's nephew. He is our new tree sponsor, and you can see all the stuff he does there. Landscape, he grinds the stumps off, he pulls the trees up. He's got a 50-foot boom on a truck that he can get to all of them. There's Pat and Richard Carr, Dickie Carr Sand and Gravel. Those folks are always first to the plate to help and make donations. In fact, they're the first person that wrote a $5,000 check for Larry's Kids. Dick Regester and Eric on Express Dent. I'm seeing that OBS. Oh, it went away again. whatever that is. Fort Worth Lumber, Emily and her group, they're always sponsors for years, and they've always given to our giveaway. They're on the South Freeway. Cross Electric, another family-owned business. If you need an electrician, that's the folks to use. David and Sherry Hart, they're real active in our community. They, when Pioneer Rest Cemetery, which I sponsor all the time, I'm always promoting them. They had a shed that they wanted to paint a mural, but it needed a base coat. I called David to see if he could help, and he sent a crew out there, and they got it done and at no charge. Jenny Stewart is the State Farm insurance. All I ask that you do is at least give our sponsors a chance to, if you're going to sell your house, call Eric Walsh or Bert Ladner. At least give them the chance. State Farm Insurance, if you're using farmers and you say, hey, I think this insurance is a little high, at least give Jenny and her group a chance to give you a bid. K Ranch Roofing, they've been a sponsor now for, this is the 3rd year, and they've done a lot of roofs. I've got a group of people that want to go on there too in the roofing business. Old South Pancake House, that's a Rex Benson owned company. The one on University is open 24/7. The one in Burleson closes at 9 or 10 at night. But when you pull into the Old South on University, the old Macaroni Grill is now Rex's Bar and Grill. It is not open yet, but it's going to be soon. Dealing with the city is painstaking. The Optimist Club of Fort Worth, they've been a sponsor on our group forever, and they've always given us a Christmas tree, and it's beautiful. And they don't have many trees left. I drove by there yesterday, and I drove by there this morning, but they got a few. Passport Getaways, if you want to take a cruise, flight, plan a vacation, let those folks do the work for you. Charlie Guerin, my hero. Railhead Barbecue. He brought in a lot of money for Larry's kids and very involved in it. Raines Plumbing. If you need a plumber, this is a family-owned business. They really take pride in doing good work. I've had a lot of good reviews on them, so give them a shot if you need a plumber. There's Rex's Bar and Grill. Like I say, he's remodeled that old Macaroni Grill. On the back end, there's going to be a patio. It's already there. It's going to seat 200 or 300 people. I mean, Rex has spent some money on that deal. Schwartz and Hanson, Jerry Schwartz and Hanson are architects, and they're always sponsors and always give to our bike event. Techstar Pools. These folks will build you a new pool, remodel yours, do the rock work around it. If you want a barbecue pit or whatever, they can do all of that. Clay Winstead, Winstead Paint and Body. And then we've got Casey Crawl. They are our Medicare, Medicaid. That's another family-owned deal. And so we need more sponsors. Fort Worth Memories is the 3rd largest city in Tarrant County. You've got Fort Worth, 1 million people, Arlington, several hundred thousand, and there's no other city as big as us, 131,000 people. So we need sponsors that I can refer, and they can look on our group and say, hey, I need a plumber. Here it is. And I encourage our members to use our sponsors. At least give them the opportunity to take care of you. It's very reasonable. It's $1,500 a year. That's the cheapest advertising for the amount of people that you reach anywhere. If you're advertising in the newspaper, you're spending money that you don't need to. Did the fire department bring any bikes? No. I don't know what the issue was there. We had one restaurateur that we got the money, their donation, but it was too late to buy the bikes. So then we had another restaurateur that usually brings us bikes that didn't. So, and in fact, I had 2 unions out at Lockheed that didn't. So I don't know what the issue is. I'm going to follow up. I've tried to work with the fire department. When Homer Robertson was there was never an issue. When he left, it changed. He was the assistant chief. So, but I'm not knocking any of these folks. They had other plans, other stuff to do with their money. That's fine. We will have more bikes next year, I can assure you, because we'll have a whole year to get working on it. We're going to try to take a little break. Get everybody through the holidays and the first of the year and all the cold, and then we'll start planning the 2025 Larry's Kids giveaway. But I can assure you, we're going to go to the ticket system, and that way it'll run smoother. There won't be people in line that wait several hours. The first cars that came to get bikes this year was at 11:45 p.m. on Friday night. So when those folks, there was 15 vehicles, I think, before 1 o'clock in the morning. So we just need to do it on this ticket system. That way it'll be one deal. There's one bike per vehicle. If my board wants to give 2 bikes per vehicle, then we just need to get out and hustle more bikes. But it's not fair to people that waited and were told 1 bike per vehicle, and they're sitting there waiting and they see 2 bikes going into a truck, 3 bikes going into a truck. That's not fair. Will not happen again. I'm going to make sure of that. So, we're still about, we're 9 days out from Christmas. It's next Wednesday. People have asked me about a school backpack deal for the kids going back to school. That's a possibility. I'll bring that up with the board. We can do a deal where we work with one of the Staples or one of the office supply or school supply places and do a backpack drive. We did that the COVID year and 2019 and 2021. We did it 3 years in a row, and we had a lot of businesses work with us. One company gave us all of the backpacks. They weren't the real fancy ones, but they were free. And then we had 3 of the office supply companies that gave us a bulk rate on pencils and crayons and all that stuff, paper. So that's something else we can talk about. But the main event for Larry's Kids will be the bike giveaway. Okay, for you folks that have a business and we don't have you as a sponsor yet, holler at me, because we need sponsors. We need, that money goes to help the museum here. It's almost impossible to keep up with all the bills out of this museum, and we don't get donations from anybody. So I have sponsors. If you're a car dealer or whatever, get a hold of me. We will be more than happy to set you up. One other thing, the holiday season's here. There's a lot of parties. Please don't drink and drive. We don't need any more deaths than we already have. Scott, you got anything to talk about? Hello.
No, I don't have anything. Yeah, we'll reset. Guess the score for next week. There were no winners this week.
Yeah, was there anybody even went on there? I went to sleep.
There were 2 entries. I think we were all focused on the bike giveaway.
Yeah. So when do they play again next Sunday?
I think so, yeah.
All right, we'll get that thing up by Monday or Tuesday, and we'll start broadcasting it, because I have it's on my icons here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can hustle it. Let me see if I can find it. I guess I better start seeing about getting glasses, because my eyes they've changed this year. Anyway, we've got a deal that says guess the score. Let me see if I've got a camera facing the tree. There's a deal for the Silver Sisters. There's a photo of our Silver Sisters, Sandy and her group. And I think we're going to go ahead and have a lunch club meeting if some people can make it. There you can see the tree. The Optimus Club donates it, and Ginger decorates it. And those are her decorations. But we've got the Fort Worth Memories subway car on there, the ornaments that Scott made up. There's a better picture of it. I bet that tree cost $150 or $200. Okay, so stay safe out there, everybody. And we're better together than we are apart, so let's stop all the infighting and get down to business. So all I need to do is turn off this deal, and it turns everything off.